Good morning, green and emerald classes. It's Friday. You know I love a Friday, and we're going to be doing maths today. Just before we start, just want to say how exciting that news is that school is reopening on the 8th of March. Fantastic news. Okay, let's get on with our arithmetic, and we've got bronze, silver and gold timesing by 5 today. This should be right quickly, you know, get through those really quickly if they're out of order, so it's at that real pace now. And you've got some subtraction for both silver and gold today. You might spot patterns in here. The numbers are going up in hundreds, and the subtraction is going up in 20s, so you're going to have a difference in there, but you'll see some similarities in the answers. Okay, so see if you can spot those patterns and understand what's happening to those numbers. Okay, spotting patterns in maths is really important. Pause the video now. So here we go, going to put the answers up for you, and there we go. Did you spot those patterns? You should have spotted it in gold. There's quite nice patterns going in there. Okay, you can pause the video and check those off. If you've got some nice correct answers, give yourselves a tick and a smiley face at the end. Okay, starter here. We've got, we're going to be adding money, keeping the pounds and pence separate, in order to organise how we're going to add money together, or add items, add amounts of money. So before we start, we're going to do the starter, and you can have a little think about this if you're at home. Obviously at work, at school, you've got the paperwork, but at home, just do this and see if you can think, pause the video and prove why he's either right or wrong, and you have to decide. So let's read it. Jerry thinks that he's paid £2.76 with the least amount of coins possible, so it's the fewest number of coins that you can do. Is he right? Okay, and then you have to prove it. So you need to think about how you'd explain it, and if there is a explain whether he's right or wrong, and if there is a way of doing it, can you show that? Okay, so pause the video now, and we'll get ready to start that in a second. Okay, so here we go. He wasn't right, because if he had used, he was right, he had the right amount, okay, but he had not thought that he could use a £2 instead of the two £1, okay. So using the £2 coin instead of those £2 would have been a better option, and would have reduced them down to the fewest number. Okay, so this is the cool starter now. Oh, I think I've actually covered up a part of this here. The top tip at the bottom there should say count up in fives to get to 30p. I'll probably cover that up with myself. It must be very close. So Jerry needs 30 pence in his wallet to spend on a banana. He does like his bananas. Circle those coins that he needs below. And so pause the video, and you can count up in fives, and you said threes then. Count up in fives to find that 30 pence. And then put your circle around them. Here we go. There's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 on there. So there was 10 pence, or 2 lots of 5, that he would have left out of his wallet. So we're going to be adding amounts of money today. So we've got a cake here that's worth £5.10. Minion cake, rather nice. A healthy bag of apples there, £3.20. And a dressed up banana, minion banana. I rather like that. I think I need to draw that on when I have my next banana. Give him a pair of glasses, pair of minion glasses. Very cool. Minion eyeballs on my banana. So banana is 70 pence, the bag of apples £3.20, the cake £5.10. How much does Phil have? So Phil's got his, it's actually like a speech bubble here, but at the bottom he's got his moolah, because they don't really say cash or money, you know how minions talk. And he's got a £5 coin, a £2 coin, and another £2 coin. So how much does he have? And which pairs of items could he buy? A pair is 2s, okay? If you've got a pair of socks, you've got 2 socks, okay? So which two items could he buy? Now you can get different combinations of those. Which ones has he got enough money to buy? Okay, so have a really good think. You might want to do some jottings. You might want to see if you can answer those questions and write down which ones. And you might need to pause the video to do that and have a good chat aloud. Okay, jottings for something like this is really useful because it helps you to keep track, and we're going to have a look at this because we can show you how we are going to set it out and how we're actually going to start adding money, keeping those pounds and pence separate. Okay, and there is a reason that we do that, and it's it seems a bit lumpy at the moment to be writing £3 and 20p when we know that when we see money printed out and often on prices we have a dot instead of the and. There is a reason to keep them like that at the moment, so we really need to get that basic skills and understanding in before we start using that decimal point. Okay, so there is a reason for that. So you've got a £3 and 20p bag of apples and a 70p banana. So here we're going to put the coins up for both. Okay, and you're going to be doing that today. So if you're at home and you've got coins, that would be brilliant. A pile of coins today would be great. Or if you've got some little scrap pieces of paper, you can draw those on and use them instead of coins if you're in class today. Lucky old you, you've got some plastic resources that you can use manipulatives to do as well. Okay, and if you haven't got those resources, just use scraps of paper. We're making do at the moment, aren't we? Okay, so let's have a little look. So we've got the £3 is made up of £2, £1 and a 20p, £3 and 20p, 70p, a 50p and a 20, making sure I've got the right amounts to start with. Then we're going to move them. We're going to keep the pounds and the pence separate. So we're dropping the pounds down on one side and then we're keeping the pence on the other. So we've got all together now. So we've smushed them into one pile, or two separate piles, but gathered them up, put them into sorting them really, organising them into pounds and pence. Okay, now we can add them. We can start with the pence on the pence side. 50p, so 50 counting on out loud and proud, 50p, 50, 70 and 90 pence. So that's a total of 90p. Now we're going to go to the pound side, and that is £2 and £1, so it's £2, £3 by counting on. So the apples and the banana together cost £3 and 90p. Has he got enough money for that? He has, because he's got £9, plenty to do. He could actually have 2 bags of apples and 2 or more bananas actually, but definitely could have 2 bags of apples and 2 bananas, because £3 and 90p doubled would be £7.80, I think. Anyway, quick calculations in Mrs. Ludlow's head. So definitely have enough for 2 lots. So how much does the bag of apples and the cake cost? So we've got £3 and 20 for the apples and £5 and 10p for the cake. Let's put that money up. Here we go. £2 and £1 is £3 and 20, exactly the same as before. Now we're going to use a £5 note and a 10p, or if you've got pound coins or £2 coins, you could make it up with that. It really makes no difference as long as you have the right total. Okay. If you want to draw a little £5 note, that might be quite fun as well if you're at home, or go and borrow one. Don't forget to give it back though. We're using real money, so you're going to keep the slip that one into my pocket. So we're going to use the same system. We're keeping the pounds and the pence separate. Here we go. Here goes the pound, the £5 note flying over, £2 dropping down, and the £1. Splitting those pounds with the pence. Here we go. So we've now got the pence, which is 20. 20 add the 10, 20 and 10 is 30, so 20, 30. And exactly the same with the the pounds. I've done it really quickly there, but to count that on, I would say 5, 7, £8 to get my 8. The apples and the cake cost £8.30. Has he got enough? Oh, just about. Yep, he's got £9. Oh, that's brilliant. Lucky old him. So if you did the other combination, which would have been the what would that have been? The cake and the banana, you might have another amount for that. So good on you if you've done all three. Okay, so we're going to find the total price of the Mario Penguin toy. Bizarre, but I like it. And Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. I do like him. He's very funny. Good character. If you haven't seen that film, very funny. So find the total price. We've got £1.20 for Mario, and we've got 75p for Stitch. He's very cheap. Get the coins up. £1.20. This is guided as well, so you might want to write this into your book. It's going to be a bit tricky, but you can draw in those coins. Okay, so 75p, 50p, 20p and 5. We're going to move that cash down. £1, and then we've got 50, 20, 20 and 5. Add the pence up first. So 50, 70, 90, 95 and £1. Okay, so the total £1.95. Okay, we get them separate, and our minions that were going mad then, weren't they? Very excited about that. Here we've got the little Baby Yoda, which is my favourite. Baby Yoda and a soft toy Buzz Lightyear, like him. So we're going to find the total price of Baby Yoda, £11.40, and Buzz, £2.10. So here's my money for Baby Yoda. He has got a special proper name, but I've forgotten it at the moment. I do like him. I just call him Baby Yoda. Okay, so 10, 11, £11.20, £11.40, and £2 and 10p, £2.10. Move the cash down, so the £10 note will come down. We're keeping the separate. Pound separate from the pence. £10, £12, £13, and then we've got 20p, 40 and 50. So it's counting up as we go. 50p, and we had £13. So together that's £13.50. Woohoo! So woohoo! Yeah, we're nearly done on our steps to success for Friday. Look at the amounts and say out loud. Select coins or make, so if you're in class you're selecting coins, and maybe you can do some slips of paper for notes, and you can make drawings to match the values. So keep your pounds and pence separate from each other, that's really key. Add the pounds together, add the pence together, okay, and then it's really up to you. It's probably better to do that the other way around, to do the pence first. There's another reason for that, because when they start getting higher values, you're going to be exchanging the pence for a pound. So the pence is always a good place to start. So write the totals as pounds and pence. Woo! They jumped out at us, didn't they? Donald's challenge today. I like Donald flicking his cash over there. Practice some counting and using money this weekend. I know it's really hard. We can't go out and spend cash in shops really, because we're socially distancing and in lockdown. But you can set yourself a little money stop, a little shop at home, do some pretend and some role play. It would be really useful for your skills, okay? And it's just really good practice to have. And then when you do go to the shops, finally, you'll know how to spend your money, won't you? All the money that you saved from staying in. So here we go. We've got the amazing pictures. I've sorted these out for you today. I love some of this stuff. I got very excited doing the sheet today. And so you've got your items to find the total of A and the total of B. So these are separate questions. And then you've got to find the price of the very expensive box of chocolates and flowers. I'm hoping Mr. Ludlow will take note of that sheet and make sure that I leave that one on the table for him to have a look at. And we're going to answer those questions below. Okay, so you read them. Some of them are not amounts. You need to think of what they're asking you. So, for instance, the first one, it says the something costs the same as the something. So you've got to find the two where they cost the same amount. And I can see that straight away. Okay, so then you'd say the eraser and the pencil, or the scissors and the ruler. Okay, so you can write those in. And some of them are finding the costs. So brilliant stuff. That's quite a nice little bit of sort of word problems and using your language. Red hot challenge at the end. What's the fewest number of coins needed to pay for all of these items, and can you prove it? Okay, so that's it from me. That's all, folks, and have a lovely weekend, and enjoy your maths today. Okay, bye for now.